Does your automatic transmission slam into gear? Do you feel a hard jerk when the car shifts from first to second, from second to third, or even when you shift into drive or reverse? Before you think your transmission is completely destroyed, listen carefully, because in many cases, the problem is not always inside the transmission. A harsh shift can be caused by a bad sensor, a faulty solenoid, a broken mount, an electrical problem, or even a wrong engine load signal going to the computer. And here is the important part. If you replace the transmission without testing these components first, you could waste a lot of money and still have the same problem. In this video, I will show you the most common reasons why an automatic transmission hits hard when shifting. I will also explain how to test some of these components with a multimeter, what voltage readings you should look for, and how to know if the problem may be electrical, mechanical, or hydraulic. So stay until the end because one simple test could help you find the real cause before replacing expensive parts. One of the first components you should check is the TPS, also known as the throttle position sensor. This sensor tells the engine computer how far the throttle plate is open. With that information, the ECU and the transmission control module calculate engine load. Then the computer decides when to shift, how fast to shift, and how much hydraulic pressure the transmission should apply. If the TPS sends a bad signal, the computer may think you are pressing the accelerator harder than you really are, or it may not detect the throttle movement correctly. When this happens, the transmission may shift too late, too hard, or with an aggressive hit between gears. To test the TPS with a multimeter, first identify the three wires: reference voltage, ground, and signal. In most vehicles, the reference wire should have about 5 volts with the ignition switch on. The ground wire should be close to 0 volts, or it should have good continuity to the negative battery terminal. The signal wire usually starts around 0.5 volts with the throttle closed, and it should increase smoothly up to about 4.5 volts when the throttle is fully open. The most important thing is that the voltage must rise smoothly. There should be no jumps, no sudden drops, and no dead spots. If the voltage jumps, disappears, or does not change when you open the throttle, the TPS may be damaged and may need to be replaced. Another common cause of harsh shifting is the APP sensor, which stands for Accelerator Pedal Position Sensor. In many modern vehicles, the pedal is electronic. That means the pedal does not use a traditional cable. Instead, it sends electrical signals to the computer. Most electronic accelerator pedals use 2 internal signals for safety. The pedal usually receives a 5-volt reference, a ground, and 2 signal wires. The first signal, called APP1, may start around 0.5 volts and increase up to about 4.5 volts. The second signal, called APP2, usually works in a different voltage range, for example from 0.2 volts to 2.2 volts, depending on the vehicle. Both signals must increase smoothly when you press the pedal. If one signal gets stuck, drops out, jumps, or does not match the other signal, the computer may change transmission pressure, and that can cause hard shifts, delayed shifts, or sudden jerks when the transmission changes gears. You should also check the input and output speed sensors of the transmission. These sensors tell the transmission control module how fast the input shaft and output shaft are rotating. With this information, the module knows if the gear shift happened correctly, if there is slipping, if the shift was delayed, or if the gear ratio is incorrect. When one of these sensors fails, the transmission may go into limp mode. It may shift hard, stay stuck in one gear, or trigger transmission-related trouble codes. There are 2 common types of speed sensors: Hall effect sensors and inductive sensors. Hall effect sensors usually have 3 wires: power, ground, and signal. Depending on the design, the power supply can be 5 volts or 12 volts. The signal wire switches between 0 and 5 volts or between 0 and 12 volts. To test this type of sensor, first verify that power is present and that the ground is good. To check the ground, set your multimeter to continuity mode. Then measure continuity between the ground pin of the sensor connector and chassis ground. If you have continuity, that means the ground circuit is good. After that, keep the sensor connected and measure the voltage on the signal wire. Then bring a metal object close to the tip of the sensor. In many Hall effect sensors, the voltage will drop from 5 volts to 0 volts or from 12 volts to 0 volts. In other designs, the signal may start at 0 volts and rise to 5 or 12 volts when the metal object gets close. If the voltage does not change at all, the sensor may be damaged and may need to be replaced. Inductive sensors are different. They normally generate their own AC signal when a metal tone wheel or reluctor passes close to the sensor tip. A basic test is to remove the sensor and connect an LED test light with female terminals to the 2 pins of the sensor. Then quickly move a metal object close to the sensor tip. If the LED flashes, that means the sensor is generating a signal. This is only a basic test. The best way to check an inductive sensor is with an oscilloscope, because the oscilloscope allows you to see the real waveform. You can also measure the internal resistance of the sensor. Many inductive sensors may read between 500 and 1500 ohms, but this is not universal. Always check the exact specification for the vehicle you are working on. Another important component is the pressure control solenoid, also called the PCS. This solenoid controls the internal hydraulic pressure of the transmission. That pressure is what applies the clutches and bands inside the transmission. If the pressure control solenoid gets stuck, has incorrect resistance, or receives a bad control signal from the module, the transmission can shift extremely hard. It may feel like the car is getting hit every time it changes gears. To test the solenoid, measure resistance between its 2 pins. Many transmission solenoids operate between 3 and 20 ohms, depending on the design. If the solenoid shows an open circuit, 0 ohms, or a resistance value far outside the normal range, the solenoid may be defective. You should also check the electrical circuit. In many systems, one wire receives 12 volts and the other wire is controlled by the transmission module using a pulsed signal, also known as a PWM signal. The valve body can also cause harsh shifting. Inside the valve body, there are hydraulic passages, valves, and accumulators. These components control where the fluid pressure goes and how each gear is applied. If a valve gets stuck, if an accumulator is worn out, or if there is dirt inside the hydraulic passages, the pressure may apply suddenly. When that happens, the transmission may slam into gear. In many cases, a scan tool may show codes related to solenoids, line pressure, gear ratio errors, or incorrect shift timing. Depending on the damage, the solution may be a professional valve body cleaning, a valve body repair, or replacement of the complete valve body assembly. Now, don't forget about the engine and transmission mounts. Sometimes the transmission is not actually shifting that hard internally. The real problem is a broken mount. When a mount is damaged, the engine and transmission can move violently when you shift into drive, reverse, or when the transmission changes gears under load. Another possible cause is an electrical voltage problem. Automatic transmissions depend on the TCM, sensors, solenoids, grounds, connectors, battery voltage, and alternator output. If there is voltage drop on the system, the transmission signals can be affected. With the engine running, the charging system should usually be between 13.5 and 14.7 volts. You should also measure voltage drop on the ground circuits. For example, measure between the negative battery terminal and the transmission case while the system is under load. A good ground should usually show no more than 0.1 to 0.2 volts of voltage drop. If the voltage drop is higher, there may be a bad ground connection. A bad ground can cause erratic shifting, harsh shifts, false trouble codes, and incorrect sensor readings. Finally, after repairing sensors, solenoids, electrical problems, or transmission components, some vehicles may require a transmission relearn or adaptive reset with a scan tool. The transmission control module stores learned values for pressure and clutch apply timing. If those values are incorrect, the transmission may continue to shift hard even after the original problem has been fixed. In that case, you may need to reset the adaptive values and then perform a controlled road test so the transmission can relearn the correct shift strategy. So remember this, a transmission that hits hard when shifting does not always mean the transmission is completely damaged. Before replacing expensive parts, check the TPS, the APP sensor, the input and output speed sensors, the pressure control solenoid, the valve body, the mounts, the electrical grounds, and the transmission adaptations. A good diagnosis with a multimeter and a scan tool can save you a lot of money and prevent you from replacing parts that are still good. If this video helped you understand why an automatic transmission slams into gear or shifts hard, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and share this video with someone who is dealing with transmission problems. Here, we will keep uploading technical automotive content so you can learn how to diagnose car problems like a professional.